All right, let's talk about the ongoing scam that is Donald Trump's White House ballroom because it just got even more absurd. Donald Trump is now saying the ballroom might cost $400 million. That is double the original estimate. Remember how it started if you've been tracking it. It was going to be $200 million in July. Then it was $250 million. Then it was $300 million. Now it is $400 million. And Trump is claiming at the same time that he is mocking Barack Obama over the cost of his presidential library and attacking the Federal Reserve for renovation costs, that everything is fine with a project that has surged from $200 million to $400 million. So when Trump's projects go over budget, it's genius level building. If anybody else does it, it's a disaster. Now, here is the part that people keep forgetting. Trump already demolished the East Wing of the White House. And it was done to make room for this monstrosity that he wants to build. It happened before the required preservation reviews were completed. And after the demolition, the architect working on the project was fired. Why? Well, we covered it last week. The architect told Trump what he wants to do isn't feasible. Let that sink in. He tears down the White House. The architect says this isn't going to work. You're trying to build something that's twice as big as the actual main White House. So Trump fires the architect and he keeps demolishing. This is not how a serious construction project works. And even if you doubt Trump's political capacity, isn't he a builder? Doesn't he know how to build better than everybody? And yet, he's not even doing this right. So now there is an active lawsuit from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. They say Trump violated the law because he started demolition and construction without proper approval. Although hilariously, there really isn't much construction going on. It's just demolition. A federal judge hasn't stopped the project yet, but even the judge warned that the government should limit construction to underground work. Do not lock in a final design while this case is ongoing. In other words, slow down because you're pushing too far. Trump's response, we didn't want to get held up and delayed. Of course, losing your architect and having no construction plan is going to delay you. When you are playing real estate developer with the White House, the law seems to be a mere inconvenience for Donald Trump. Now, I want to talk about the funding as well, because this is where another aspect of the scam is really building. Trump keeps saying the ballroom is being paid for by donations from his friends. Okay, what are they getting in return? People don't donate on the order of $400 million out of the goodness of their hearts. And why is a sitting president fundraising hundreds of millions of dollars to redesign a historic public building in his personal image of the gaudy ballrooms that he has at Mar-a-Lago? This isn't Trump Tower. This isn't Mar-a-Lago. It's the White House. And the most revealing part of all of it is Trump's explanation for why we are now up to $400 million. He said he might end up doing it for less, but he's now saying it's going to be $400 million just in case, because he predicts if he goes over by $3, the press is going to criticize him. Now, of course, the criticism is for the entire project. It's not really about $3. But this is also not how real budgets work. This is how someone talks when they don't really know what it's going to cost. So where we find ourselves today, to kind of recap, is East Wing demolished, architect fired for saying the plan isn't feasible, project skips required reviews and planning, cost has doubled, active lawsuit, Trump insists it's on time and under budget, and of course, it seems as though this is yet another one of Donald Trump's sort of crony, corrupt, money laundering ideas. And at the end of the day, it's about a president that treats the White House like a branding opportunity. He bulldozes the White House and norms. He ignores experts, which he does in every aspect of his presidency. And he basically dares anybody to stop him. And I don't know that they're going to be able to stop him. That's the scariest part. He may actually end up getting away with this, which should horrify every single one of us. Now, as some of you know, I was recently in DC, and I had this dinner at a rooftop restaurant adjacent to the White House. And it was 10 p.m., and the demolition was actively going on. Now, what I didn't know, as disgusting as that was, what I didn't know at the time was that there was this big rush to demolish, not because there was a plan that they were about to start constructing. The rush to demolish was likely because Donald Trump knew that if he got stopped before the demolition is done, well, it might actually interfere with the project. So he just moves forward and keeps demolishing. And there were cranes. I mean, it was a crazy scene at 10 p.m. at this restaurant, just watching this happen in real time. The saddest part of it is, what should happen is the entire project should be stopped. Forget about the ballroom. You are still in the position then of having to rebuild what has been demolished, which in and of itself is likely a project that would take years. The level here of disaster that has already taken place is truly beyond belief.
A lot of people hit this point in December and realize I still need to find a thoughtful, genuine gift for someone on my list. And quickly, if that is you, Aura Frames can really help you out. Our sponsor, Aura, makes premium digital frames that beautifully display photos and videos. I've been using one myself for years. I've given Aura frames to my mom. I've given them to my dad. So many people. I preloaded them with baby photos and they love it because they turn it on the first time and the pictures are there. Aura makes it really easy, not only with the preloading of photos, but you can keep adding them throughout the year with the app. There is plenty of time to get an Aura frame shipped before Christmas, and you'll get $35 off their best-selling Carver mat frames when you go to auraframes.com and use the code Pakman at checkout. The link is in the description.